I'm making this video to remind people. I put the filter on. I still got to get the 3-inch, 4-inch screws to go inside here so it connect to the wall. That piece of wood is pretty thick. That you all have to flush your hot water heater. Also, I unplugged it here. I cut the water off coming into the house. I have two shut offs, so this shut off is to the filter here, so it can be changed, and this is so the water won't run back into the filter, and I want no more water to go to the house. But I unplugged this. That's to cut the water off because I'm draining it. I won't drain it all the way, but I hooked up a hose here. And one thing you have to realize, it's going to drip a little down here. It's not dripping that much. I don't know if you can really tell. You can see the floor, but that was at the start. You'll have more water at first. You can put a little bucket here or just let it drain. That you have to go to the pressure relief valve and lift it up. If you keep the water running, you can do that too. It's going to forcibly push it out. But you're just filling it back up, so you're almost going to be at the same point. I know the filter here helps. It's going to catch it, but it just allows for it to kind of, I don't know, I guess you could say like bubble out, without having to be forcibly pushed out. Because what's happening is, if you put force to it, it's just stirring it up and it's just spinning around. You may not get it all out, but if there's no force coming down into the pipe, what's happening is all the sediment is going to be relaxed at the bottom, and it's just going to go with the flow. All right, the water is going to pick it up and take it out. And only you have to do with this hose, something simple, just run it out to the yard, to a flower bed, something like that. But I do want to show you, I'm going to use this cup to show you how much sediment. Not sure if the homeowners before me flushed it out, but I'm going to show you how much sediment is in here and the color of the water. Out here to the hose, I was running out in the yard. It's been running for a couple of minutes. Let me see what I can do with one hand. All right, so you can see the color of the water. So that's the rust and everything else. So this is why you want to make sure you're flushing water out. The filter is probably made a little bit better. It's been on there for about close to a week. But this is all the stuff that, not the water that's coming in, but this all the stuff that's sitting on the bottom. Not sure if it's ever been flushed. So you want to make sure you're doing that to make sure there's no buildup happening in the tank. And the more buildup, it'll happen. It'll block the water tank working like it should work. Back at the tank, you can hear it bubbling, and like I said, just the natural gravity of the water pushing itself out, carrying any sediment, chlorine. We're on county water, so chlorine, any type of whatever else is left in the water. Because around here they have something that's called like Gen X, so the water's not really safe to drink unless it's really cleaned out, heated. And this is close to Wilmington, North Carolina. Like I say, you hear it bubbling. I was trying to let you hear the sound of it bubbling, but you want to make sure you do this I would say twice a year, if it hasn't been done before, just to make sure it's all getting flushed out. That just keeps the longevity of your tank. These things probably went up in price. I think they're pushing $600, $700, $800 price. Where it used to be $300, $400, they've gone up in price. So you want to make sure, not saying get this brand, but any 40, 50 gallon tank, it's gone up in price, no matter the brand. And now that I close the faucet here, I open up the water. It's going back into the hot water heater. I don't know if you can hear it draining. Make sure I close the pressure relief valve. And before you put before you cut the hot water heater back on, before you put the fuse back in the box, you want to make sure in the fuse, you can go in both ways, but whatever you could properly read. So this, if it goes in like this is off, and this will be on. All right. You want to make sure you put that in after it has filled up, because you don't want any of the what do you call these? I guess like your heaters, your elements. to overheat, because they're going to come on when they don't register a certain temperature. They got fuses and wires and everything in these little boxes right here, and the temperature regulators. And so basically what happens is, if they're too hot, they'll burn out. So they kind of, they need the water to regulate it. So you give it a few minutes to fill back up. At first I could shake it. Now I can't really push it at all. So it's filling back up. And so what happens is, like, when it may not all drain out, I guess when it hits some type of equilibrium, it will stop draining. But you want to make sure you just flush it out as much as you can. And when you're flushing it out, and then when it stops draining out from the hose, then you can just fill it back up. But like I said, I'm not sure if you can hear it. It's not as easy to shake. I'll put it back in. All right, and that's it.